may notice this is not my home and this is not my flocked tree, but I am going to get started at my parents' house, helping them decorate for Christmas. Their overall decorations are absolutely beautiful, so every year I come over and help them put it all together. I'm going to start with their 9-foot tree, and then I'm going to move over to creating a Christmas tablescape, so decorating and setting the table, and then I'm going to a few decorative pieces here and there, and then I'm going to decorate their mantle. And lastly, I'll finish up with a home tour, which will include the things that I decorated as well as the things that they had already had decorated. If this is the very first video of mine that you're clicking on, then welcome. I'm glad to have you. My name is Michelle. I'm a mom of 3. And if you're looking for Christmas decorating ideas, then I have tons of content on that. During the non-holiday season, I post lots of cleaning and organizing, motivation, or anything to help inspire you in your everyday life. But let's go ahead and get started on this main tree and bring it to life. Not literally, but make it pretty. So when do y'all typically decorate for Christmas? And leave me a comment down below. The time of when people get out decorations always seems to be a big debate. So I'm curious at what most people do. So for me, we would usually do it the Thanksgiving weekend. So the day after Thanksgiving and that weekend is when we had time to get all of our stuff out and decorate. I think that kind of seems to be the average time. It was rare that I would do it before, but the year of 2020, or actually probably a year or two before that, I would push it to the week before Thanksgiving. So I had that weekend, and then I would get some stuff ready that weekend in case we were out of town or something on Thanksgiving weekend, and I just didn't have time to do it during the week. Fast forward to 2020, we all know what happened that year. I also started a YouTube channel that year, which it does play an important role as to why I decorate earlier. But that year, I went to get some new stuff, some new decorations, and just everything was sold out. It seemed like everybody started decorating earlier, and good reasons for it, right? We couldn't see people, so we wanted our house to be more cheerful, or I don't know, however you took it that year. But then the next year I was like, I need to decorate earlier because all the stuff that I wanted was sold out the year before, like within the first week of November. And then as it got to be more and more stuff, it just takes a lot longer. Now, keep in mind, right, I do decorate for content as well. So there's things that I need to do and get content out earlier. So that also plays a role into me decorating earlier, but because I have a lot to decorate and I enjoy it. But I'm not going to lie, I also enjoy when it's done. So this is my final house, and then my decorating is done for the year and I can sit back and relax. But that being said, when do y'all decorate? All right, so I got all of the tree branches fluffed out, and then the next thing that I will do is add more lights. I use cluster lights. My favorite type of lights are the brand Designer's Excellence, and this year I did find them on Amazon. If you don't already have one of those pre-lit twinkling type trees, then you can just add these lights in and then get that twinkle effect. And they're LED, which is nice, which I think just about most trees these days have LED lights, but a few years ago, whenever I did have my 12-foot tree and it went out, it did not have LED lights, so I didn't have one of those you know what I mean? The light finders, like to figure out which light is out that you need to switch, because if one light goes out, the whole strand goes out. So luckily with like the newer types of trees and then these lights, you don't have to worry about that. So once the tree is up and the extra lights are on, then the next thing I do is add ribbon to the tree. Whether in the past couple of years, I've been experimenting with ribbon on how it's used, whether I, double layer it, whether I have one long strand cascading down, or even in the tree in my dining room, I just created bows. So my parents' tree is more of a glam tree, which it has some golds and silvers to it, and then they have a lot of different gold and silver picks. So I usually, in the past, when I've decorated their tree, is I would take these strands and then do one long cascading ribbon in and out throughout the tree. But this year, I asked my mom if I could cut the ribbon, because I feel like whenever you can cut the ribbon and then put it in different places throughout the tree, which I'll show you in a minute, then you get more out of the ribbon. Or let me say it fills up the tree more. So instead of just like having one long strand going all the way down, I can place this ribbon in different areas throughout the tree to help fill it out more. So the reason why you would do this, well, it just depends on the way that you want your tree to look and how you want to use the ribbon. But if you don't have enough ribbon, then this is a way to get the most out of the ribbon that you do have. So with the ribbon on her tree, I am going to cut, and I'm going to do a couple different things with the ribbon. So see right there, I created like a little loop with a tail. And then on some of these other pieces of ribbon, I'm just creating a long strand. That way it covers, parts of the tree. Now, when I am creating some of the loops, then I'm kind of putting it on the tree and then I'm cutting it to see how long I want the strands to be. I think one of the things that stressed me out, made me really overwhelmed when first trying to do ribbon, the very first year I did it, was like, I don't know how long the strands need to be, or I would cut some too short and some too long. Now, if you do that, if you like pre-cut all your ribbon, which I do that too, then the longer strands are probably going to go on the bottom because it's going to be a little bit wider on the bottom. And then your shorter strands, you can save those for the top, just because, the top is going to be not as wide. But I do not cut all of them the same size. In fact, I just make it as simple as possible and just kind of put it in the tree and then cut it. And then the next year, I'll have those pre-cut ribbon strands, and then I'll just place them kind of randomly throughout the tree. Since every tree is individual to your liking, then you can always just test it and see what you like and what you don't like that goes on your tree. Now, also this ribbon is all 4 inches thick. On my tree, I had some 4 inches thick and then some 2.5 inches thick, and then kind of like how it is there. And then I double layered it. So you have the option to basically get creative and do whatever you need. I also on this tree have 2 4-inch ribbons, and then I kind of tied them together and spread them apart. If you can see there on the left, kind of. That way it just makes it look like a really thick piece of ribbon, and then some that are like layered ribbon. All right, I think I'm done with all of the ribbon. And then the next thing that I will add to the tree is all of the picks. So picks are like what I'm showing there. If I don't have a specific tree topper, or if I don't create a big ribbon bow as a tree topper, then I will use, which is pretty popular, using the picks to create a big topper. Now, for this tree, my mom doesn't prefer to have like traditional ball ornaments only because they are, once you put the little clip on there, hang them up, I don't have to explain how traditional ornaments work. For this big tree, she just ended up doing away with all of those and just had picks. Now, I added some of my own crystal ornaments to this tree, but they also have another kid tree that does have all the kids' ornaments for all of the grandkids that they have, and that's like their special tree. And then this is more of the glam traditional showstopper tree. Once I get the topper how I like it, then I'll use the picks and start filling in some of the gaps in between the ribbon throughout the tree. Now, another thing I did this year was that some of those longer picks, I'm putting them angled downward opposed to having them kind of pointed in the tree and kind of sticking out from the top end. So basically the look I'm giving it is that these little extra, I don't know what kind of flowers they are, flower pick pieces almost look like they're a part of the tree and they are just like growing downward from the tree. So then once I finish with the picks, I'm going to step back and see what else I need to add.
Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Gloria in excelsis Deo, Gloria in excelsis Deo. Come to Bethlehem and see Him whose birth the angels sing. Come adore on bended knee Christ the Lord, the newborn King. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. See Him in a manger laid.
One thing that I wanted to add to their tree this year that I've seen a lot of is these crystal ornaments I got from Amazon. I've seen a lot of they're not real crystal, but I don't know what they are, glass or something. These like icicle type ornaments, and I've also seen like a lot of tinsel, but I decided not to do the tinsel on her tree. I just decided to use the icicles to still give it like a glammy, icy look. So this is going to be the final touch for the tree, and then we'll see how it turns out.
Hey there, buddy, it's just me again. Came into my mind last night, so I'm just checking in. It's been far too long now since I last saw you, my friend. So happy Christmas from me to you. Hey there, buddy, it's just me again. I wonder what you do.
So here's the final tree, basically just made up with the extra lights, the ribbon, the picks, and then the extra crystal ornaments that I added.
I just wish there was some way things This could have been different, but happy Christmas from me to you.
So the next thing that I was tasked with was setting the table or creating a tablescape. And if I am being completely honest, I don't feel confident creating tablescapes. I just don't have a vision like I do for Christmas trees. So it's always a little bit stressful for me to do tablescapes or whatever. So I have a couple different ideas in mind, a couple different garlands, and I test out a couple different things. Now I also run into a few problems. So the first day, my parents have this garland with these lights. Last year I used them on the top of a picture frame. This year I wanted to use them for the tablescape garland. And then what happened that day was I didn't finish, so I had to come back a few days later. I don't remember exactly, but I brought my own garland from home. So I saw this picture on a Facebook ad or something, and they had long garland that draped all the way down the table, the dining room table, and then they had candles in it. So what I did was, from that picture, I brought my long garland, and then I ordered candles from Amazon. So this is my garland that I brought from home, and then I bought these candle holders, all of these fake candles, and then I bought a ton of batteries. So here is me opening up the candle holders, and my first impression is I ordered the gold, and they are beautiful. They're different sizes. There was nine of them that came, and I'm basically putting them together, and I'm just in awe about how pretty these candle holders are. But I actually originally opened them at home, and I put one together, and I left it at my house basically. So there's only going to be 8 here, but the pack really does come with 9. So when you use gold, you have to be like really particular because there's so many different colors of gold. So then I open up the box of these fake battery operated candles that I bought, and I'm pretty disappointed. I do not like the color gold that they are. They're not hideous, but they're, I don't know, not the color that I wanted. And this pack there's like 24 in this pack. So I was like, I'm going to use some at my house. So there's no instructions. There's nothing on here. In fact, it didn't even come with a remote. I thought it did. And then I bought all of these AA batteries and realized that it needed AAA batteries. So my mom gave me the few AAA batteries that she had, and it lit 3 candles, and then it's just going to be how it is. And another thing about these candles is that they are a little bit too skinny for the candle holder. But like I said, I'm obsessed with the candle holder. So what happens is they're like not super straight up, they're tilting. So my solution at the moment is to get a little piece of toilet paper and stick it under the candle so that it will stay in the candle holder. And I don't know. And the other problem with these candles is that you have to twist them to turn them on. So like there's not a remote with it. So it's just, they weren't what I expected. But overall, I'm going to work with what I have and still try and create the vision that I have in my head.
Christmas is coming. Start sending your letters off to Santa. Christmas is coming, yeah. Better be nice if you want your present. Tell all your brothers, sisters, mama and papa too. Christmas is coming, yeah. Staying up late looking out the window. some sleigh rides and some jingle bells. Tell all your brothers, sisters, mama and papa.
All right, so another part of my plan was to create these napkin bows. And I had found a reel on Instagram and I saved it. And it's like a fast reel. So I'm like, I have to watch it 25 times just to like see where she folded the one fold, right? So sometimes I get frustrated with that. But that's what I'm doing. I'm watching her do this over and over again. And it's actually really simple. And the first time around, yeah, it looks so bad. So we're just going to go with it. And by like the 8th time I did it, I think that I got it down. But I'll show you how to do it in slow motion in a second in case you want to try this little trick.
Yeah. Celebration and surprises. Tell all your brothers, sisters, mama and papa too. Ooh, yeah. Tell all your brothers, sisters, and mama and papa too. Oh yeah, yeah.
So after a few times, I'm feeling a bit more confident in this. So let's slow it down. So you have your napkin, you're going to fold it in half, and then you're going to take the corner piece and fold it about halfway. And then you're going to take the other piece and fold that into the corner piece and then fold it again one more time. And then I flipped it over, but I don't think that she does that. And then you're just going to take one side and fold it. Oh gosh, I can't explain this. Okay, fold it to like the left and take the other side, fold it to the right. And then when you get your napkin ring, you're going to cover half of like just one side of it. So you take it and then you have to like pull the tail or part of that bow through and then just kind of like pull it out and make it into a little bow. So just do that about 8 times and then you'll have it figured out. So now with a sigh of relief, I think that it looks okay. And aside from me, all of the candles not being lit up because I didn't have the right batteries, I think it looks good. I think it turned out really nice. Now, the only thing is that I end up taking it down because we need to set the table for 8 places. And then when I have that garland drooping over, it blocks 2 seats. So my whole plan is to replace it with the original garland that I showed y'all before. And when I come back, right, because this is a couple days later, the lights don't work on this garland. And I'm going, Mom, what happened? She's like, I don't know. It worked the other day. So now I am trying to figure something out. I'm trying to add light to this garland. And then what I end up doing is just taking out that garland completely and getting a different one, which ended up being the one we used last year on this table. So a small little detail I'm going to add to this birch tree is use some of the crystals that I got from Amazon I showed you guys earlier and just add them throughout the tree. Lastly, I'll finish up with the mantle. The small trees are already on the mantle, and I'm just going to take out the mantle garland, get it all fluffed out. Now, last year I added the ribbon to it, so I'm going to fix some of those ribbon pieces. And then I also added these battery operated candles to it, which I'm going to do again this year, and I'll show you. And then one thing I'm going to do different this year is add kind of big ribbon bows on each side of the garland once it's already up. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting that together. So I did have one command strip in there, which I'm tying kind of in the middle. I wish I had a couple more and I could drape it more in front, but I didn't have it at the time. But the command strips are pretty popular. I've seen them around a lot, people hanging their garland with them. I used them last year on my mantle, but after a few days or a week or so, some of the like stockings and stuff that it was tied to, it started falling. So anyway, I ended up not using it, and we went really bold and used chicken wire. We put a nail in the back of the wall, not necessarily in the mantle, and then hung chicken wire down. And I have that video if you haven't seen it. I'll link it down below. But next I'm going to add the stocking holders. I'm going to wrap some of the pieces of garland through its foot so that way it kind of keeps it in place. But just keep in mind with these heavier holders that kids don't go and pull them down. That actually happened to us once. Luckily, nobody got hurt, but it pulled the holder off and it broke the holder. But obviously, you don't want it hurting, a kid or anything. So when my kids came here to my mom's and stepdad's house for Thanksgiving, I actually just took the stockings off altogether. But moving on, these are the battery operated candles, and I got these from Amazon. I love them because you can put them on a timer and you can like change the setting and make them flicker. Now all of the batteries are dead from last year, so I'm replacing them, but you can either put them on that little, what is that, like a clip, and then you can clip them onto a tree. But it also came with a little thing to push them, I don't know how to explain it, like hang them on a window. So you had that option as well. So that just gives the mantle a little extra detail instead of just a plain garland. But the next thing I'm going to do is attempt to make a few bows on each side.
Jingle with me, baby. Jingle with me, baby. Jingle with me, baby. Jingle with me, baby.
All right, so I added the bows to the mantle garland, and you guys let me know if you like the bows or if I should either take them down or change it up next year. But here is the result, and all of the ribbon for those bows was from Sam's, as is this ribbon. I actually used this on my front porch video, so I'm going to decorate the entryway trees using only ribbon.
Jingle bells ringing in my ear. Jingle bell, a sound that's oh so dear. Frosty the snowman is all around town. Watch out for reindeers are falling down. We stay up waiting for Santa tonight. He climbs down the chimney at the speed of light, while we're dancing around the Christmas tree, hugging and kissing just you and me. Carolers are singing outside our door, lovely songs we all heard before, as they walk from house to house to wish us all a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, we're chasing snowflakes as they're falling down, and follow Rudolph all across the town. Later we meet under the mistletoe, while Santa's busy saying ho ho ho. We're feeling jolly, eating Christmas cake, and then we go skating on the frozen lake, saying hi to every friendly face, and later we warm up by the fireplace. Carolers are singing outside our door, lovely songs we all heard before, as they walk from house to house to wish us all a Merry Christmas Day. Merry Christmas Day.
So with just a little bit of ribbon, we added a lot of detail to this tree. So now I'm going to give you the whole house tour, some of which I did not decorate and some of it which I did.
Oh, come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of angels. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord. Sing, choirs of angels, sing in exaltation. Sing, all ye citizens of heaven above. Glory to God, glory in the highest. Oh, come, let us adore
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and make sure that you're subscribed if you're not already so you don't miss any of my upcoming content. I hope you have the most wonderful Christmas this year.